Hey everybody, I got an awesome question on the Facebook recently that I just was like, I have to make a video on this because it's such a powerful question and I really want to share what came through from Spirit when I tuned in about it. So first off, props to my Facebook community. I love you guys so much. Thank you for submitting the question that came in. So the question was, if I can make it succinct, what happens, what does it mean when the magic goes away? Because this gal was sharing that she thought she had found the magic in this partner and there was all these synchronicities, all these signs they were supposed to be together, and then it didn't complete, right? Then the dude moved on and she was like, how do I know I can trust the magic? If I had the magic with the guy, then the guy went away, now I'm heartbroken. So now I'm like, screw the magic. Such a great question, and I love, love, love that this is coming in, because what does it mean and what do we do when we think the magic is leading us in one direction and then things shift to a degree that we didn't even see coming? Well, this is the path of living the mystery of the divine. So this happens a lot for a lot of us, and it can really feel like we're being guided in one particular direction, and then when the outcome isn't what we desire, it can really throw us for a loop. And I know personally, I've had moments where I'm just like, ah, universe, like so pissed at the universe for not having things go the way that I thought they should go. So there's a number of factors here, and I really want to give you my perspective on this because I am all about living in the magic. I love the magic. I have a book of magic and I write down every magical thing that happens, or try to. And it's just really incredible because there is magic everywhere for us. There are synchronicities, people coming in at the right time. Magic follows us everywhere. It's one, our ability to tune into it, to see that it is there because it is there for everyone. And two, to let go of our attachment to the outcome of what that magic means. So this is the tricky part because we're human beings. We like certainty. We can be a little bit control freakish. We really want things to go the way we want them to go. And it's understandable. But the thing is that there is so much more happening than we can even have access to, right? Another individual can make a choice that totally shifts the outcome of whatever is supposed to happen, because while we have our divinely destined path, we also have free will with whether to be aligned to that path or to not be aligned to that path. So in the instance of the gal who submitted the question, her and her partner were going along, they're in the magic, because when you come together with a divinely destined partner, it is nothing but magic. At any point, one or both partners can choose a different path. They either takes them in or out of alignment of that relationship. Now, here's the tricky part, because sometimes, always, when these things happen, they happen because they're meant to happen. So our work to do is to fine-tune ourselves and work with our energy to not be attached to the outcome. So we can make a commitment to a partnership, to a person, to a job, to an opportunity, and it's our responsibility to show up 100% for that opportunity and to stay connected to Source while we do it. If at any point that opportunity, that person goes away, we have to trust that they went away because it was divinely destined for them to do so. That does not mean that all of the magical things that brought us together were not meant to happen at all. No, that is not true at all, because the magic is here for us all of the time. And depending on where we're vibrating when we call in that person, depending on where we're vibrating when we call in that opportunity, it will either stay with us or it will go away. Both of them are divine. Both are the magic. So it's really, really easy to get into a point of like, oh, when something happens that I like, then it's magic. And when something happens that I don't like, it's not magic. Not true. We are not in control of the bigger picture. We are in control of how we show up. We're in control of the emotions we choose to connect to. We're in control of how we respond to situations, but we are not in control of the outcomes. So we show up, we commit to our relationships, we show up 100% for them. That's what we're meant to be doing. And then the rest is up to Spirit. This is why we have to get over beating up on ourselves on divorce or breakups or whatever it might be, or business is not working out or jobs not working out. We're not meant to just one thing for the rest of our lives. How boring would that be? That's not how it's meant to be. We are meant to stay attuned to Spirit and let Spirit lead us. Eventually, we will align with the partner that is the partner that we're with until we pass on from this lifetime. But until then, enjoy the magic and trust that every single thing that occurs is part of the magic. Even them leaving is part of the magic. So for instance, I've definitely, my last 3 relationships since being on this path have been incredible, like total soul alignment, like just the deepest connections I'd ever had. before with other relationships. And each time I'm like, oh my gosh, I think this could be the person I could be forever with, because my soul has a really strong desire for that, because eventually that will be my path. However, things would start occurring in short order that would make it that made it really clear to me that the person I was with was not the long-term partner, but definitely an important part of my path. Each relationship gave me so much. I learned so much. I grew so much. And the relationships that I attracted once I got on this magical path of living were so divinely destined. I mean, just like multiple layers of signs that this was the person I was supposed to be with at that time. Where things got tricky was my attachment to them staying forever. Where I experienced suffering was my attachment to them always being there forever. Once I could let go of that and be like, oh, they're going to stay as long as they're divinely meant to stay, and as long as I'm doing my work, my connection to spirit, then it's going to be fine. Once I could get to that place, the breakups were like the most beautiful breakup I've ever had. Like, I've had 2 breakups so far that have just been like incredible, like loving, just amazing. And of course, like, we're not in control of how the other person responds. So I was able to respond in that way, and it was beautiful and felt so incredible. And of course, now that I'm with my fiance, I see things like so clear, like, oh, that's why those relationships couldn't work out. Oh, that's why those partners showed up the way they did, because they were preparing me for this. So we're all on this path. We're connected to spirit. We're doing our soul alignment work, and we are loving the magic. And that's what it's about. Loving the magic and trusting that the people that show up are the perfect people to be showing up when they show up. And if they choose to leave, or if spirit takes them to another place, depending on what occurs, that we bless that and honor that is also part of the magic, knowing that every single thing that happens in our life is happening for us. Them coming is for us, them leaving is for us. It is all for us. And at some point, we'll be able to look back. And this is something I remind myself of when I'm in it. You know, like when we're in the shit and we're just like, ah, this sucks, what's happening? And we can't see the why. I remind myself, you know, a month from now, 2 days from now, 3 hours from now, this is going to be much more clear. Right now, I can't see it because I'm attached. I'm really, really in it. So this is not about living a life of detachment. We're not even talking about that. We're talking about the ability to trust spirit and to really surrender to the natural order of things. So to blame the magic because the person didn't stay is a way that we're limiting ourselves from having the fullness of our experience. It's the way that we're slowing the momentum, really stopping the momentum from occurring, and for life being able to bring us the next beautiful magical alignment that is here for us. We aren't meant to understand how everything works. We're not meant to understand why everything happens the way it does. And very often we understand it sometimes years after the fact. You know, I was married, and when I got married, I thought, yeah, this is the person I would be with forever. Like, I said those vows. I meant, like, I cried. I mean, it was like, I was so in it, right? 2.5 years later, dude's like, you know, really not really feeling it. And I was like, what? You know, I was really upset. And I spent, what, 6 years being really upset and really mad that that happened, and like sure that someone had messed something up for me, that some order up in the ethers had gotten like something wrong had happened and I wasn't getting what I was meant to get. 6 years I spent wasting my time thinking that something wrong had happened, when actually the biggest gift of my life had occurred and I was bucking the current the whole time. Once I let myself off the hook and was like, oh my gosh, so perfect, I'm so not meant to continue that relationship. Just because you get married doesn't mean that it's always going to last forever, and no one's at fault for that. Like, it's beautiful, like it just takes the pressure off. You show up, you're committed, you do your work, you let spirit take care of the rest. It doesn't take away from the magic, magic doesn't take away from the alignment, doesn't make anyone wrong. Can you believe it? Can you believe that it could really be this simple? So guess what we have to do? It's so much easier than it seems. We have to do our daily soul alignment work. That's what we have to do. And you find whatever that formula is for you. You do your daily soul alignment work, and then you are in each moment and you enjoy each moment to the fullest that you can. You treat everything that happens as magic. You treat everything that happens as a sign that is getting you closer and closer to your ultimate self, which will be never endingly through many lifetimes occurring. You just get to enjoy it. You don't have to make someone stay. You don't have to make someone go. You don't have to even make someone keep lunch plans with you. You just show up. You do your alignment work. You trust the magic. You let spirit take care of the rest. So when the magic seemingly goes away, it's only that we've disconnected from the magic. It's only that we've stopped believing what we know in our soul is true, which is that every single thing that happens is happening for us. It is always magic, every single time. Okay, I could go on and on about this topic because I'm really, really passionate about living in the magic and how it is so the path for all of us because, oh my God, it's so much easier. So much ease, so much grace, so much abundance, so much flow. We're not going to be there all of the time, but as soon as we can, we'll step back into it. And just remembering that it all happens for us is all we need to know. So that anyone coming or going, any opportunity coming or going is all happening for our highest good. And we don't need to beat ourselves up when relationships don't work out or jobs don't work out. This is not an excuse to show up half-assed. It's not an excuse to like willy-nilly like marry whoever and then get divorced. I mean, we're reasonable people. We understand balance. This is about being balanced, moderate, like really working with our soul alignment and letting that guide us. So no one can tell you what the right path is for you. You know what that is for you. And you have to honor that above all else. And as long as you're staying aligned to your soul, you're good to go. There's nothing to worry about ever. So please submit more questions. If this brings up more questions for you, I'd love to talk more with you about it because I think that this is a really powerful topic and it really illustrates our desire as humans to control situations and also gives us an opportunity to surrender to the mystery and to the magic. I love you so much. Thank you for the question. Thank you for listening. I'd love to hear your thoughts and I'm sending you so much love, so much light, and so much love and magic in every moment of your day. Thank you so much. Mwah. I love you.